Okay, so we have the turret camp spawning at 1 minute. I want to see the healer and their DPS get that turret camp ASAP with the tank anchoring in the bush, just to watch out for any suspect bids. And then I want to see each team cap their bruiser camp or siege camp, I forget what they're called, the little airplane things, at about 2:30, while maintaining good soak on all the lanes. And that first objective, you can go for it, or you can say, you know what, I'm gonna just soak XP and let you take that first objective and burn it down. I want to see just good camps, good toys coming out, and if you see a bad rotation from the team, I want to see you take the support camp and get that fire.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I had put the music on this screen, and apparently it was a little bit louder than you. But you're talking about getting those camps early, getting those turrets, and rotating up to get the siege to push during the objective and fighting over the emitter before the first objective comes up.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And so, just a reminder, this is Div E, and one of the players says that you have really high expectations.
Well, we have a timer, right? And we have 1 minute, so you can always tell your team at 55 seconds, go get the turret, and at 2:30 or 2:15, start the camp. So I guess whoever the shot caller is, just remind us.
So how would you draft a match like this, or Volskaya? Coming in blind, you haven't done it. You haven't done any scouting. Ideal draft versus ideal draft.
Idea. So believe it or not, after the Mal'Ganis rework, Mal'Ganis works really well on holding the objective, because he's gonna get his health back, got good sleeps, and then on the other side you can go Johanna to just hold the camp. You can go Varian if you're going for a blow up comp, but I would like to see, if they're not banned out, a Malfurion popping out, a Sonya for the bottom lane, just something to sustain if you're going to hold that objective, or a blow up. So each team's going to have their own priorities. Each person has their heroes they like to play, but
yeah,
there's definitely meta picks for this map.
Is there something to be said for the classic area control for the point versus a push comp instead that ignores the objective for the most part?
You can push, definitely. You can say the objective is not worth it.
Asmo go core?
Maybe not Asmo, but maybe we got a split lane, Zeratul top, Falstad bottom, and just putting global pressure on the other team.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Real quick for the chat, I'm just gonna show. I don't know how much. Oh, not much of that shows. Never mind. Say the dog is laying just outside of the puppy cam. I don't know if you have the stream pulled up at all, but it's she's a butt. Crizzo, I did go through the team follows. I don't know if I thanked you for the subscription. Thank you for the subscription. And Danny, now that we've talked about kind of what we expect out of these teams. Oh, Actor, you talking about like the co-caster spot? What do you mean? Danny, now that we've gotten our expectations out there, you ready?
I'm born ready.
All right, let's go. All right, coming into Volskaya, I will change the screen over once I'm able to minimize the timer, so that I'm not showing how long the game goes. And we are in game. Yeah, Hector, there's some polish that I definitely want to get going soon. So for DeepFriedMingBalls over here on the left, we have Syl on the Joanna, Silver Arrow, a lot of Sils in this team, on Orphea, the Hen, rocking the Valera, Miss So-and-so on, I believe that is the Lily, and Hooli on Leoric. That is team DeepFriedMingBalls. What do we got over here, Danny?
3, 2, 1.
I lost you. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. We have Hager on the right-hand side with Shane. We have May on Uther and Night Kid. Lunara on Sir Chickapid. And who else? Pad on Zul'jin.
All right. Sorry, my puppy's
I-
being cute and I'm forced to watch.
I like the left draft, the blue draft here, just because they have better wave clear with Johanna and Leoric.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. I think
Hogger,
and a lot of pressure in the point too.
yep. So Hogger's gonna be able to get those camps pretty easily by himself.
Yeah, Hogger, kind of a monster. What? How impacted did he get by these nerfs?
He's still bannable in the first ban wave, but Valera and team took him out. So 1 minute pop, we should get these turrets going again. Hogger's out though, so maybe I would want the blue side to perhaps invade on the right hand side, the red turret, but they just choose to opt to go for their own turret.
Yeah, get those aggressive camps early can really swing a game. But we do see a big rotation up to the top lane. Bottom lane, traditionally the off lane here. So, but it looks like we're getting a double soak out elite. I don't know what they're doing right now.
So they put Lunara down to catch XP bottom and Hogger start the camp. I don't think they need to do that because that wave's is gonna crash it anyway. Hogger should finish up this turret.
Yeah, so that was first blood earlier over on, I believe it is the Hogger that died, and the correct observation in chat that the true counter to Hogger is a 3-man gank. Here are the level 1 and 4 talents. We get Headhunter out of the Zul'jin, and Dreadwave quest at level 1, Growing Nightmare out of the Orphea. I think on a point control with the Crushing Jaws and Condemn is going to be fairly easy. Actually, honestly, we have a Dirty Bathtub possibility. I think we go Bathtub with the Eternal Feast and use Joanna for the clustering.
Yeah. They have the Entomb with the Orphea bot thing, and Blessed Shield coming out to hold them there.
Yeah. I think that's going to be really strong, and honestly, that's a combo that is near and dear to my heart, so I hope they go for it. As both teams are picking up their siege camps right now. Am I zoomed out? I was. Here, let's zoom out some more. Early siege camps get picked up. Red teams is going to be just behind the wave, which I think will give them a little bit of a natural advantage unless blue stays to clear. And Sugarman looking to fall. No, says I'm getting out with 200 health. The survivability of Mei is absolutely astounding. Unless you play like I do, in which case you push everything beyond their limits, and it hurts. So this objective, kind of being ignored, almost like Alterac, just a completely ignored wintry objective. And I feel like this is kind of the way this map is shifting. In the Triglav is kind of like a hero and a half, and we got to use 2 to do it. So maybe we just don't do it until level 10.
I'm impressed with this Valera holding its own against this Hogger. I did not know how that matchup would work, but it's working out okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested to look at this offlane a little bit more, but unfortunately I have to show all the action.
Rotations are coming down from the left side, the blue team to the red team on the Hogger. But support camp started here. We have 4 members of the red team, and blue's in the cap with Orphea. Grab the biotic emitter, and blinds and silences going off on the Zul'jin.
Yeah, Zul'jin is stacking decently. He's gotten 40-ish auto attacks off so far. At 4 minutes in, so doing okay. Getting zoned, not getting zoned. Mei looking for a little bit of an engage, not able to get anybody into the Blizzard, but the Drain Hope on the Hogger going to be a huge HP swing there. And DeepFriedMingBalls
comes out. Oh, good damage on the Hogger. He's silenced, he's blinded. Sugarman's low, but he's gonna just skate away.
That had to have been a Condemn setup because level 10s aren't there. And the first Triglav does go over to DeepFriedMingBalls, looking to get a little bit of damage on this front wall and then hopefully go top and set up for the second objective.
What do you think here? Do you take the objective top or bottom?
So I've recently heard people start taking it bottom, but if you take it bottom, you have, like, I think you just need to set up to win the next one. So
well, the win condition of this map is the third objective, right? So
usually, I've had 7. I have gone 7 protectors.
How is that possible?
Because we were losing really bad, and then the fourth, we got the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and they got melted before we could get through the forts, basically. Or I mean, each one got a little bit farther, but then the seventh one finally got to the core.
Nice.
It was
All right.
It was stupid.
The Immortal is dropped off. They got the front wall, top lane, and the well.
Yeah,
Good
and I think
value.
that's in my opinion that's what you want, because you come up here because you're not gonna get, you're almost never gonna get the whole fort with that first protector. So if you go up to the second protector, I mean, or up to the second objective to the top lane, you get rid of that fountain. You have that advantage for the
Here we
next
go.
one.
Blue team.
Oh, there's the crushing jaws. Gonna get the Lunara.
Leoric said Entomb is for suckers. I'm going March.
You know, I mean, if you're not going feast, like, I don't hate the march. I mean, I hate the march in general, but as far as I don't know. But yeah, I don't think you get the fort with the first one. So getting that second one as a secured objective to take the fort, I think, is a better setup.
It look like they're going to need to take the objective bottom because they're pushing this bottom lane in.
Yeah,
It's
that too.
4-1. They could definitely get this well and set up for the third objective, and that's what they're doing. Sugarman is just sitting around, unsure what to do. Johanna pushes the D, walks away.
All right, Hogger, going ahead and getting this camp. The Hog Wild didn't quite get all of it, so finishing up that Assault Trooper. Leoric also getting his own camp. Now that well has been taken, both teams kind of backing off, trying to recoup after that first objective. Second one should be starting to spawn too. Level 10s are online for both teams. We have Cloak of Shadows, Crushing Jaws, Blessed Shield, Jugs, and as you mentioned, the damned March 4th, March of the Black King, I believe is what it's actually called, on DeepFriedMingBalls. They go ahead and run us down Liquid Metal.
Liquid Metal. Looks like they took Divine Storm.
Oh, but the Crushing Jaw is going to catch 4, and the huge Dread Shadow, which is almost finished. Both the first quest finished, the second quest almost done. Uther does fall to the Leoric. The Hog Wild back and forth, going to get a lot of damage out, but not quite enough. The Jugs able to keep everybody up. Hogger goes down to the Valera as well, 2 for nothing. A huge explosion of a fight out of nothing, gonna result in a 2-0. Go ahead and finish up, Danny.
I apologize. Divine Storm from Uther, Hortipult from Hogger. We have Tazdiga from Zul'jin, Thornwood Vine from Lunar, and Avalanche coming out from May. You know, I gotta say, this blue team is kind of doing what I said they should be doing at the start of the match. They're getting their turrets, they're getting their toys, they're putting global pressure down. They're looking good. I mean, they lost the support camp. Did they lose the support camp? Who got the emitter? Oh, they got the emitter.
Looks like blue team got the emitter. Red team capped it, but blue team has it.
Yeah. We have Hogger bottom lane looking to just get to 13. They have that talent advantage. The control point's gonna lock in 10 seconds. They're starting their turrets, but I believe blue team knows this. They're looking at Hogger. No.
Terminal activated. Take control of it.
We have Leoric sit on the point, just getting % health on the objective.
Yeah, but the action's all bottom right now. DeepFriedMingBalls trying to get that push into the bottom lane as and just really spread out, kind of like we saw with that last game in that B-Div matchup. We have control of the objective, or we can force control of the objective.
Comes out from Uther onto Lily.
Oh, Divine Storm used. Yeah.
Jugs come out just to keep him alive. Meanwhile, objective is sitting at 70% for the blue team.
Yeah, so really good pressure from DeepFriedMingBalls trying to keep Liquid Metal away from all of the away from the objective with that lane pressure, but we do now have a full-blown 5v5 Hog Wild out. There's the chomp onto the Uther. Uther's gonna go down in the process. Overtime now. Avalanche is out, the 2 damage dealers, so now a 4v3, but here they come back. Orphea gonna finish off the May as well. Hogger gonna try to get out. There's a Hortipult. Zul'jin also melted. Overtime finishes second objective. DeepFriedMingBalls. Finish the fort and go bot, or go straight bot?
I think here's what we do. We go top fort. We take that perhaps top keep, and we go mid fort, and then bottom fort. With the team wipe, well, timers are low. Let's see what they do here. They might just opt to go mid. Yep, they're going. What are they doing here?
Keep.
Going wall. Leork can put pressure bottom lane and take that bottom fort by himself, but it looks like they're taking the objective towards the keep. They're hungry for this.
Yeah, the keep's a pretty bold play too, because then you get full catapults going down while you take the bottom objective. But they're going to be happy with that.
They're going mid. They're going mid. They're going to clear this up. They might look at this front wall mid.
And yeah, keep that theme going. Looks like they're happy with the fort, taking a lot of damage from the Zul'jin, giving Zul'jin free stacks on that protector. The Zul'jin with no headhunter stacks thus far. It is a 10-0 kill count game.
Yeah, if you go headhunter or Zul'jin and have no kills, it's a tough game.
It feels bad. That extra range is huge, especially stacked with the baseline quest. But they go ahead and abandon the protector with about 10 seconds left on it. Go ahead and try to siege in, get some damage onto the Zul'jin. A missed avalanche trying to YOLO the Valera behind the fort. Not going to work out. Valera says, all right, I'll take your turret instead.
Avalanche whiffs, unfortunately. So 16 advantage for the blue team. Red is pushing in. I would advise against that.
Yeah, they can go ahead and clear up the siege camp that just got picked up, though. Sir Tickpick, Sir TKPK, I don't know, Sir Tickpick, surreptitious. Gonna ahead and go back, no health left. The Sex Panel wants to know where he can order Danny merchandise. He's been really impressed with your casting yesterday and today. Uh-oh. Did I lose you again?
I'm here. I'm sorry. I was the dog was harassing me.
I gotcha. It happens. But you've got fans in chat right now, though, so.
I have OnlyFans. Oh,
there you go.
Actual fans? Oh.
No, actual. Yeah, a fan in the chat wanting to know where to get Danny merchandise.
It's private. Yeah.
Bronze6.com.
Yeah. /.
You mean only hands? Oh. Oof.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn.
Hey. It's COVID. Got to socially distance, all right?
God, some of those. The only safe partner is yourself. So look at this push coming in from DeepFriedMingBalls, going in for this middle fort in response to seeing the entire team bot. But now we're going to get a collapse. May with the snowball ready, going to go for the big one, but the hand with the silence, no snowball for you. Valera coming out of the complete invisible.
I want to see the blue team just get 20 and then look for a fight. I would not fight until 20.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now you only have
nothing to lose, nothing to gain. There's nothing gained here. They're going in here though on the Uther. They are greedy, and it works out. Snowball misses, or Avalanche misses. May is going to pay for it with his life.
Uther may go down together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the Uther call doesn't happen until after Avatar, or whatever it is, or after the redemption thing goes away.
Emitter comes out from the blue side. They're looking for this keep. Maybe they drop the turret. They drop a turret. They get some pressure off the team. Oh, Hogger, no.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from, especially the baseline slows from Lili, and then I believe Leoric is chock full of slows as well. Just a little bit impossible to escape from. And it looks like we get third, mostly uncontested objective down here for DeepFriedMingBalls, probably.
Yeah.
20 seconds left on Hogger, level 20s for DFMB rather. And so this is a scary down level.
They can take this objective, just walk in middle.
But you can't finish when there keeps up.
Well, no, keeps down. Mid keeps down.
No, there's still other keeps up. Everybody knows.
Well, I get what you're saying here. It looks like they're gonna take this bottom wall down.
Yep. So looking at these level 20s while this disengages. I don't know. I guess because Valera's on the point, they don't want to take that fight, but they're up 3 levels. They have 20s. We do have elusiveness, engulfing oblivion for the improved crushing jaws, indestructible jug of 1,000,000 cups, and death march, also known as the damned march forth.
Yeah, this Leoric build is a little unconventional, but I like it.
It's well, with Death March, or yeah, with the March talents, I think going the extra Drain Hope stuff is just kind of what you got to do, right? Because doesn't the level 20 applies Drain Hope to everybody that you hit?
Yeah.
Does that stack if you hit the same hero multiple times?
No, it's one per hero, but Hortipole comes out on the Hogger looking to do some damage. Good damage on Silver Arrow. He's gonna get away. Avalanche misses again.
And they're just going for the core.
Orphea and hey, here's the Immortal just doing damage to the core. Red team needs to come back to do something here. Core's at 75% and dropping quickly. Walk this Immortal around to the side. There we go. Do some more blocking.
30%. This core looks like it's going to fall right here, right now. 10-8. And game number 1 over to DeepFriedMingBalls. Here are the talents, or the stat. Here are the stats. Here are the talents.
I got to tell you, blue was DeepFriedMingBalls.
Yes.
They showed up. They showed up. That was a good game.
Really strong, and I believe DeepFriedMingBalls is currently top of their division.
And it shows. It definitely shows.
So I have the stat page up. If there's anything you see interesting on the stats, I would love for you to talk about it with the viewers. I'm going to bio real quick.
Okay. Well, let's see here. It's more about, I mean, it's hard to talk about these stats. I mean, the Orphea did great work. 4 kills, 10 assists, top damage. But look at Leoric, just 21,000 XP, great siege damage, decent damage to heroes, and just almost 27,000 self-healing. So he sort of kept himself up, and he wasn't in the bottom line. He was running the 4-man with Death March. Red team, you know, with their value, I feel like we get a little bit more value if they go the Ice Wall versus the Avalanche, because I didn't see any Avalanches actually hit. And they really punished that Hogger. But good games for both teams. I'm excited to see what game 2 looks like.
So yeah, there was a good Avalanche up top. I think Ice Wall is overall more effective, but during that top objective, there was a 2-man Avalanche getting rid of the Valyria and the Orphea, but there wasn't follow-up for it, so those two were able to come back and just keep obliterating the team fight. But you're right. There weren't really impactful ones that we would like to see. Whereas Ice Wall is a much more, it's a little bit harder to hit most of the time, but it's a lot more reliable of a CC skill. So yeah. I don't know much about Leoric, unfortunately.
Leoric, I don't see Leoric ran in the 4-man too often, but it worked out. They stuck Valyria bottom.
Yeah, and Valyria going bot instead of the Leoric is also kind of weird, but that gives her a little bit more room. You don't know necessarily where she's gonna pop up. You kind of expect her in the 4-man, so I can see that working out. Now let me rotate around, provide some information. Gonna get set up for game number 2. Where do you think Liquid Metal could have improved? Like, what specific, I guess mechanic of the game do you think they could have improved to bring themselves in tighter with that Volskaya?
They were fighting defensively versus being the aggressor, and unfortunately they got behind in XP and talents. And so I would want to see the May try to set up more of the Blizzards with Q boops, but not knowing what the draft looked like or what the bans were. I wasn't sure what they were actually trying to go for, but definitely trying to be more aggressive towards the start of the match. But it looks like things sort of just got out of hand, and they were always fighting the talents here.
Yeah, and it's hard to come back, especially where the objective has such a direct effect on the lanes, and it's one that you can, like, it's the only. Well, I guess the dragon, dude, the Dragon Knight and the Protector are the only ones that can truly, like, be guided, right? Because you're driving, and so being able to choose which lane you impact, as I think makes that easier to punish not getting the objective. Sorry, something's caught my throat. Um, it's easier to punish not getting the objective, even if it's a little bit less impactful, and then you can also kind of snowball a particular lane. I think I got that expressed the way I wanted to.
Taco, I think it's time for you to get a glass of water.
Oh, right. No, all right. I think I got it. We got it. Maybe if I have a wonderful mod that lives in the same house as me to get me a drink.
That's asking a lot.
I have one. I have one mod that lives in the same house.
Ah.
Our anniversary is on Tuesday.
Well, you can make an appointment for that waxing for Monday.
If you would get me a drink, honey. That was the suggestion from the fantastic co-caster. So game number Hector, I appreciate you. Alright, so as much as everybody wants to stare at all of the puppel-uppers, game number 2 is on Volskaya Foundry. Let me get over to here. Lobby link for Danny. Yeah, lobby is posted. Probably more dog stuff though. Alright, let's
I am not seeing the lobby link.
Oh, did I? Oh, do you know why?
Why?
Because I put it in lobby chat.
Oh. That's
Because
probably-
I am a smart, stupid taco. Oh, puppy, is that uncomfortable for you? Let's spin you around. Let's show you off. Yeah.
Okay, Alterac Pass. I like this map.
I took a quick glance at the hero list and only remember one, and I think you'll be surprised, but then well, no, not really surprised when you see who it is.
So here's how I like to run this map, and I'm going to give away some strats here. I like to Haka and Falstad for global pressure, or it could be even more spicy and run a Brightwing, and just always have someone soaking that XP while they just kind of fight over that objective, and get a good level advantage. But let's see what the draft looks like. But this is a fun map. And this is the map I enjoy. But basically, every time that Merc camp is up, at 1 minute, I'm grabbing it ASAP.
It's stronger than the boss, right?
Well, I think the start of the game it's stronger than the boss. But every time it's up, it's whoever job it is on the Merc duty just to take
healer
that
damage,
Merc
go get it, right?
Yeah, that's important.
All right, well, let's see if they do that. I agree. That's probably the best way to play the map. Darian, I got a cast now, so you get to be on the floor. Should have laid in the bed. So, Danny, I'm ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Let's go, big dog.
All right. Game number 2, Alterac Pass. I will switch over to the in-game screen once I'm able to minimize the game timer again, because spoilers. I also have good news. I did get the files and the map bans for the other SEL match that I was talking about, because I got mixed up on which ones I was going to cast. So we will be able to, or at least I will. I don't know how long Danny wants to hang out, but I'll be able to bring that after this one. Danny, of course, welcome to stay. As long as you want. So that being said,
Here's the good news is I haven't been banned yet.
You what?
I've not been banned or kicked out by the caster.
Yeah, well, that's more of a mod thing. I Like I told you, I'm
Yeah.
pretty easy going, but I got some vicious mods.
Ektar's lurking. That's
Yeah.
why he called him Lurk Patrol.
He's actually not one of the mods on my channel though, but if he keeps hanging out, that might have to change, unless he doesn't want the work, in which case, Ektar, please stay. So game number 2 for DeepFriedMingBalls versus Liquid Metal. We have Silver Arrow on the Orphea, Hooli on Leoric, Syl on Joanna, Miss So-and-so on the Lily, and the Hen rocking the Valera yet again. That is team DeepFriedMingBalls in what is, I believe, an identical comp?
That is the same exact comp. Over here on Liquid Metal, we've got Night Knight, that's cute, on Uther. Sugarman Tyrael, Shane 9110 on Sonya, Sir Tickpick on Cassia, and Pad 0 on Vala.
Alright, so here is a look at the level 1s. Yeah, the Tyrael is a good counter to the Orphea Leoric combo if they went the Dirty Bathtub again. Or if they went the Dirty Bathtub this time. But if they don't go it, I feel like the Tyrael loses a lot of value. But Sank is a huge counter.
You're assuming he's going Sank and not being a Chad Tyrael and going Judgment.
He has to go Sank if they go Dirty Bathtub, right?
Hold on. If you can be super aggressive here, Judgment into Leap, into Uther Divine Storm, into Cassia Balls with Vala Follow. There's a lot of things you can do with this comp.
That's true. So do we get the Chad Tyrael, or do we get the nerfed, I'm gonna protect my team?
Well, we'll find out, but definitely Leap is a meta pick at the moment, which is funny. But Judgment is a point and click, ult. So it makes it easier to hit those Sonya leaps.
Yeah, I did see. I don't know if you were watching earlier, and it's the second time we've seen it this season, actually by the same team. What I call a dartboard comp, which is a light bomb with a Genji, but also the first time they ran it with Tyrael. They ran Genji and Tyrael, so they could just light bomb basically anyone on their team and throw it into the other team. It was pretty nutty.
Did they go X Strike or Dragon Blade?
Dragon Strike, X Strike,
See, I don't respect any Genji that goes X Strike.
Well, it kind of makes sense with the light bomb though.
It does, but it doesn't.
I don't respect any Genji though.
Light bomb the Genji, and then he can E in and then light bomb the team. But I expected the X Strike with a Judgment Tyrael with X Strike, because I believe with the Genji change that happened a while ago, every X Strike reduces the cooldown of his ult. Okay, so they're starting the camp here. It's a little bit late on the right-hand side, and this Merc camp on the blue side pushing and doing good damage to the wall.
We did miss first blood though. Valera going down to the Cassia in the off lane, as we are theory crafting a bunch of fun, crazy Tyrael things. But overall, Cassia looks to be a good adjustment pick into this Valera, and we don't have the hero bans, unfortunately. But this first objective coming up, and the thing I like about this map as well is that it's another map that you don't really have to acknowledge the objective. Sonya walking away with teens health.
Yeah.
Oh, coming back in? No. What is she doing? Oh, trying to get that soak before going back. Nope, not going to work. Going to have to go ahead and be back.
And they're both pouring out. So I want to see somebody get this camp on the blue side, which that's what they're going to do. Lily, Orphea starting it up. Going to put good pressure in that middle wall. We already see the wall down. We have 2 turrets up, one at about 20% health left. But better value on the left side for Merc so far.
Yeah, I think it will get pushed a little bit better. Is this their second one? No, this is their first one.
This is their second one.
It is their second one. Okay, good.
Yep.
Then definitely meeting those expectations, showing why they're such a strong team. Although I do like game 3s, so I kind of hope that Liquid Metal does come back on this match to give us more to talk about. But Leoric getting stuck out alone. Ghostwalk away with.
Does he get trait value?
Yes.
Trait value comes out of Leoric.
My team has a new recruiting rule for offlaners, and it's if you know what Leoric's trait is, you don't get the job. Sonya getting killed also in this exchange, so down to a 4v4, but Leoric comes back real fast.
So Sonya did not go with the W build and is going with the whirlwind, you know, spin to win build.
That's asking for trouble into Valera and Joanna. Though.
Yeah.
Joanna chasing out 2. DeepFriedMingBalls looking at, well, I guess most of DeepFriedMingBalls chasing out 2 and Leoric chasing out the other 2. Getting really aggressive onto this objective, able to get the channel started, and now just got to sit here for a little bit. And they've got the sustain with the Lily, with the beefy Leoric and Joe. And Valera is apparently moving her way into the tank meta as well to just delay out this objective. No, instead they're going to back out, give Cassia the channel. She gets a channel just in time for the Dread Wave Eruption comes out.
Mercs are back up. Let's see what they do. If they defend this objective, they grab the Mercs. Looks like they're going to defend. Leoric's going in. Good damage on Sonya. He's silenced. Can't spin if you're silenced. There he goes.
That's true. That's why the spin build's so dangerous. But that extra healing at 7, I think, is important. Either way. Vala trying to get the pot shots in on the Joanna and the Leoric. Wow, names are hard today. And DeepFriedMingBalls gets back in to get...
This looks like the objective for the blue side.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Sonya's rotating top, or Sonya's gonna start the camp.
That's
Cassie's going top lane.
That'll put up some good defense for this middle fort that is already walled down and exposed. Same for top. Bot lane the most fortified. Orphe gonna try to get ahead there though. Talents are still on the screen. Sorry viewers for not dropping that during the fight. I think we got everything on screen that we needed to. But have you noticed any interesting talent picks for this game so far?
I mean, besides Sonya not going the W build, let's see. Lily did not go W either. The new I forget what the new build's called, but it's Lily for W.
Cloud Serpent.
Yeah, Cloud Serpent build.
I have always been a fan of Eager Adventure at 1, but they moved the Cloud Serpent duration to 1 as well, which my build was Eager Adventure, all Cloud Serpent talents except, well, 7 was debatable, right? And then at level 20 go armor on Fast Feet, and it just made her so durable.
An interesting build on Orphea. I like the trait build, but she's going the Q build.
I like this E build with the Dread Eruption, or Dread, and then the Eruption. I think it's a really strong build if you can hit it, but getting that level 1 quest is so hard to manage without the grouping from a Joanna where you're crushing Jaws. I think it has a lot of strength, but that trait build is really popular because it makes her so durable and has a lot of burst damage as well.
But through all that, the red team defended that objective phase fairly well. They kept that middle fort up. And we have Valera top lane with Sonya rotating mid to catch that XP.
There's the Judgment, level 10's online.
We got
Chad Tyrael.
Hey, call me Nostradamus, Taco.
all right, Nostradani. So we got the cloak of, not Cloak of Shadows, that's the good one. We have Smoke Bomb, Crushing Jaws, Blessed Shield, March of the Black King, and Jug on DeepFriedMingBalls with going into that Divine Storm, Judgment, Leap, Rain of Vengeance, and Ball Lightning. Holy stun, Batman. So you got 3 frontliners just running in, 2 of which with the heroics. Uther just gonna run in, following up the Judgment in the Leap with his own Divine Storm. Vala gonna lay down that Rain of Vengeance on top of it, and Cassie's gonna be like, guys, I wanna play too. Is that kind of how those heroics work?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting if they can pull off the R button in time. But these heroics are kind of what I expected out of this team based off game 1.
Yeah. Now here comes a Crushing Jaws, not quite gonna hit, but Sonya has to step up to avoid it. The Divine Storm going to keep Sonya alive.
Silence and Uther, dead Uther. Objectives up. We have a dead healer for next 20 seconds. John is capping it.
And now Liquid Metal's doing a much better job of staying on level, staying into these fights. They're having a hard time pushing or getting their foot in on these objectives. But we do see a good Condemn come out. Here comes the Jug, the Judgment onto the Jugs to stop that ult. Tyrael gonna fall with the Orphea. Tyrael blows up the Lily!
Tyrael showing his trade value now. Good stun on the Sonya. Vala is looking for some value here, and we're going to see the cap go over to the red side. Definitely a more even game than game one.
Yeah, what a turnaround though. And I see teams all the time want to prove the caster wrong because, like I said, they're having a hard time getting their foot in, and they're like, well, we'll just shove our entire body in.
Blessed Shield. So, okay, stun there. Sonya is trying to keep that crushing jaws on with Orphea. It takes out the Sonya. And they're going to take the cat back on the blue side. So, Bolt, we have 2 people dead, but Leoric is going to get trade value by getting XP back. We have Orphea just keeping himself alive. Jugs are out.
How does Leoric get XP with the trait? Or
no,
you just...
not XP. He can come.
Okay. Okay. I was super confused. I'm sorry. Cassia gets obliterated.
Those are pro tips that they don't teach.
I didn't mean to put you on blast there. I was just very confused. But that turnaround, Leoric coming back up just in time. Orphea and Valeera able to follow up with those slows that Leoric brings to the table and just melt the 4-man. Yeah. And they get the objective back. They turn it around, and boom. Objective back over to DeepFriedMingBalls. Leoric starting this boss. Maybe the team's gonna rotate up because they can knock it out and get it. But by the time that the objective gets up there to the boss, that'll be a strong push top.
Yeah, that's a keep. Blur eats a stun.
Sorry, I'm bitching about Leoric in my own chat room. So Leoric's trait lets him respawn faster, way faster than any other hero, and he can respawn wherever he wants. He can be back into the fight immediately. But he can also slow heroes while he's dead, and I think the extra slow while he's dead is just BS. Yeah, and he grants vision.
Sony's in trouble. Blessed Shield comes out, silenced. Uther responds with a stun. Johannes is trying to just keep his team alive.
And Tyrael does end up going down. This boss objective on the top keep is huge. That's minus 20 armor to the
now
core.
They can't finish here.
I mean, it's a full boss though, but it's level 16 and it does have armor.
40 armor. It's 40 armor.
Yeah. And that's the hard part. This core armor and it regens. So if you don't get the whole thing, it's like, oh well, see you later. Nice counter leap. They're trying though. They're trying. Oh, the boss is trying. They said you're right. We need keeps. The ping is on the mid fort. Let's go get the fort. Their own mid fort being pushed in on by what could have only been a camp and camp pressure and a quick clear.
Red team capped the Merc camp prior to the objective coming out.
While the boss is happening.
Yep.
Well,
and
good on them for it.
Bottom wall. They're getting that bottom wall.
But there is a 3-structure discrepancy right now. DeepFriedMingBalls looking to push this objective, this advantage as hard as they can. Coming in for this boss down here as well.
Yeah, they're going to hit 16, and it's a little suspect if they want to go for that boss. We've got Judgment up. We've got Leap in 8 seconds. If I'm the red team, once I hit 16, I'm looking for that combo, and they're starting this boss bottom.
Yeah. Well, red team is completely visible on the map. You get just the Tyrael and the Uther coming down, but no one's anchoring for DeepFriedMingBalls. You have You had the Leoric able to, you have the Joanna able to, even Valera could be able to, but she's a good chunk of damage. We get the scout from the Tyrael. This boss is going to go down. And when you see 3 top, maybe you don't need to anchor. You know that you can take anybody that comes in, but it's nice to know.
They're going to walk this boss into that bottom keep and look to lower the armor on the core by 20.
Yeah, that core armor is so strong. This is one of the hardest maps to finish on.
Objectives up in 1 second. I would like them to help support this boss, but they're opting to just start this objective early.
That boss is almost wiped out. I think if they get this objective, that walks through both keeps anyway. I don't hate the call, but I agree. I would like to have that pressure from that bottom wave just coming in, and constant Knowles walking in to beat up the boss. Because two lanes down can win on its own here, right?
Yeah, I want to see a judgment go out on Orphea, follow the lead, and they need to be aggressive. Let's shift comes out from Johanna.
A 4-man condemn.
March comes out from Leoric, and Tyrael drops from Orphea. Spin to win. Two down on the blue side.
Yeah, there was a big explosion from Tyrael, and he dropped about 20 seconds off of his death timer. Valera coming in on the Sonya to stop the follow-up, but not quite enough. Cassia finished off the Orphea. Valera going to walk away half health, looking for a scout, maybe going to try to get some more popping going. Try to execute that Sonya with the Cassia.
Look at this Valera. Look at this Valera.
Yeah, I think she's looking for an execute here.
She's looking for something here.
Lily working on that camp over here, but about to get invaded on.
They are getting invaded right now.
I wish Valera could. Oh, she's by herself though. I'd like to see. Wow, look at that interrupt on the objective for Uther or Sonya can get around. And there's
Valera's low though. If we can get 1 Q on with nope. And
Vala goes down off to the side. There's so much to show right now, and I think I wasn't zoomed out all the way, but a lot of split action there. Good delay on the objective from the Valera. Would have liked to see maybe a push onto the own objective, but there's 4 guards up. She might have had a hard time doing that in time. But a strong delay. I think going for the kill on the Lily on the camp and not getting it, losing Vala instead, was a little bit of extra greed out of Liquid Metal. It might have been the defining moment of.
Yeah, they had the advantage up to the point where Vala died.
Yep.
And that was an unnecessary death.
Yeah, I agree. Now, she will be up to defend this objective. She is in a PvE build, so she can clear the objective decently well. But they're going to be hard-pressed to keep keeps up here. Joanna sitting in the bush, lurking, sees the Tyrael come up, goes ahead and puts out the slow, dismounts. Cassie coming in, looking for an opportunity, but not quite. Level 20s are out for DeepFriedMingBalls. We got Elusiveness, Crushing Jaws, Improvement, Indestructible, The Damned March Forth, and Jug of a Million Cups, same as last game.
Meanwhile, Red Team is just trying to keep this game so they can hit 20.
Yeah, absolutely. They do not want to take a fight right now, but they've got to defend these keeps. If they can get a couple kills.
And if they get 1 pick, this game's done. Judgment goes out onto Orphea.
Just like you wanted to see.
Jaws.
That's a lot of
Uther's
core
down.
damage.
Tyrael's down. Vala's next. No, Vala lives. We have a leap though going out on Valera.
Crushing Jaws on Sonya. But that core
this is GG. This is GG.
Core falls to objective damage, and the sweep goes over to DeepFriedMingBalls. Really strong game number 2 as well. Just a really dominant showing. And again, we talked about them being the top in the division. Yeah, Dan.
Talk a question. I got a question for you. What does a deep fried Ming ball taste like? Is it, salty and savory? Is it teriyaki flavor? I mean,
so I guess we got to. So are we talking like Texas State Fair deep fried Ming balls, where you just drop everything into grease, or are we talking about? See, that's a very good question.
Yeah, are they using the panko? for the layer or the
Oh
using?
yeah. With
I
the
mean, that's the question to ask. I mean, and then what's the dipping sauce like, right?
Right. Well, having gotten a sweep and having the entirety of the team in the chat, I bet I can get Captain Hen to come with us to an NGS lobby and ask such questions.
I'm excited for Captain Hen to tell us what deep fried meatballs taste like.
All right, let's see. Hen, if you could meet us in an NGS lobby, let's see. Lobby number 3, I think would be perfect. And Danny, I'll see you over there.
Yes, sir.
Dipping sauce is the blood of their victims. Jesus. Captain Hen, congratulations on the sweep the other day. We finally get to watch it and get a little bit of a clinic on a couple of these maps. How was the team feeling for this match?
Yeah, we were pretty worried going into this one. You got Liquid Metal was sitting at second position in our div for the entire time. We've been sitting pretty close in first. So yeah, it was the showdown for first or second. They've been bringing it every game.
So this was a playoff preview.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Pretty much.
This is the grand finals preview.
Right. I mean, yeah,
that's
it
what
could
that
be.
is. Yeah.
So I guess let's get the important question out of the way. Deep fried Ming balls. Go.
Yeah, look, I imagine deep fried Ming balls probably look they're crunchy, they're crispy. They're the sort of thing you would want to eat more of. Like, excellent hangover cure kind of food. That cheap Pan Asian cuisine.
So what is the sauce? I'm thinking arcane. I'm just thinking it's just liquid arcane.
Liquid arcane, yeah, okay. Well, it's tricky to eat though, isn't it?
A little bit.
I want a plum sauce. That's what kind of sauce I want. These.
Yeah, I mean, for me, plum sauce or traditional sort of sweet and sour would be just fine as well. I think.
Hen, I hear a little bit of an accent. Where are you from originally?
That's a
I am
microaggression?
Australian.
No, I'm kidding.
I know, right?
Sir?
No, Australian. Currently living in California, so
very
pop
cool.
the bond.
Good for you. Well, welcome to America. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of tough times with COVID, but
I mean, everywhere, right? It's
yeah, I guess.
Well, it's interesting. I left one of the safest countries on Earth to come to one of the most dangerous in terms of COVID, and the dude at the airport was like, there's a plague going on, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's less safe for me to come here than it is for you to invite me into your country.
Now, are you a Sydney guy? Are you a Perth guy? What part of the
no,
country are you from?
I'm Adelaide, so right down the bottom of the world.
Beautiful.
South Australia. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Word. So game number 1, Infernal Shrine. Do you remember who picked which map?
We picked both maps from memory.
Oh, I said Infernal. I meant Volskaya.
Yeah. Volskaya. We've had some really good runs on this season, so that's kind of a favorite for us. And I lost the coin toss embarrassingly. Been practicing all season doing the exclamation mark flip, but it just didn't pay off.
Yeah, well, you got the maps you wanted. You played them really well. So fortunately, I can look at your draft for this game and know your draft for the last game, so we can talk about it. So game 1, was that the draft you were looking for? Was that did that go kind of how you planned for it to do, or did you have to pivot off of any of their picks, things like that you can remember?
From memory, we were probably, I think one of our healers, I think we were going to go Brightwing on the so-and-so, but pretty much everything else, we were in our comfortable positions. We're always a little bit surprised when we get to play Orphea, because she has been a top pick ban for this season, particularly against us. A lot of research will show that Silver's a pretty nasty Orphea when you let him loose. So we took it and ran with it.
All right. Danny, you got questions from game 1?
I don't see Valera very often. I'm impressed with your Valera play.
Thanks, man.
But why play Valera in the bottom lane against Hawker? Not that it didn't work, but
Yeah,
that's
because it's the counter, duh.
Yeah, I think Valera does shut him down pretty nicely, especially after you get your 4 and 7 talents and you're just laying
Okay.
on the extra attack speed and damage into a silenced hogger who can't run away. Um, but yeah, we had Leo in the top lane doing good work, rolling really well with the 4-man. So we like to use Valera as, I guess, someone who can just be where she needs to be, and then
Now,
smoke mirrors.
do you ever ask Lyric to go in Tomb, or does he always go March?
It is he likes March. The damage and the self sustain, and look, Hooli on Leoric is very frequently the highest damage player in the game. But yeah, we do every now and then we twist his arm and force him, because obviously with Orphea, there's some great wombo combo potential with the Entomb as well. So yeah, when when he submits to the team will, he will go cage. But if you let him do his own thing, he'll do March, and he will do excellent stuff with it.
Well, you're sitting top of your division, and it's working. It's working right now. So keep at it.
So
Thanks, man.
with that game one, we were talking about as you were here watching, we were talking about the potential for uh, different strategies with those early protectors, and particularly that second one. You took top, you got the you went for keep wall, and then after the protector, you were able to roll through the other two, I believe, correctly.
I think bottom went. Hooli was pushing bottom while we were running around doing protectory things, and then yeah, we took top and pushed the top lane. I think we were trying to really knock down that top fort, but just didn't have the push.
Yeah, get that keep pressure during the next objective.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I think by the end of that second objective, we'd had all 3 of the front forts down. So that was yeah, probably pretty much the position we wanted to be in at that stage.
All right. Before we go to game number 2, a genuine question from Hooli, and I don't know what some of these words mean, so hopefully I don't get banned from Twitch. But genuine question for Hin: do you know what the Grenfell Center is in Adelaide, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it inspire him in his daily life?
I don't know what the Grenfell Center is in Adelaide, and so I guess a 0 on how much it's inspired me in my life.
Well, there you go. So game number 2, you got the same draft.
Yeah, which again, since we didn't get any respect bans or any counter picks, we just ran the same team because it was working. It's pretty much as simple as that.
The plan? So the plan was to go the same team.
Look, we always have like some pretty in depth and pretty fast paced discussions, in that little bit before the second game or third game kicks off, where you're trying to think about what you play, and we just assumed either Valera or Orphea was going to get banned, or Leoric was going to get banned on the second round. So we were just surprised that they let us have all of our first picks from the first game again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did work out really well. The pressure that you had on the objective was really strong. Were there any like concern points here in this?
Yeah, I think and you guys called it out. I think it was on the third objective where Valera and I think Lily were the only 2 left alive, and they had a really solid control of it. They got a little bit cheeky and tried to take our camp at the same time, and that let our team just have that. We got to sneak in, cancel the channel on the objective, and then actually end up winning the team fight on the camp as well. So they did just split their team a little bit too far at that point. And that was, but up until then, I think we were absolutely prepared to be defending that third objective and ready for a bit of a counterplay from Liquid Metal.
Okay, Danny, did you have any questions?
GG's, big dog. You ready for playoffs?
Yeah, man, 100%. I think we've got 5 more games left to play. So yeah, and sort of squeezing them all into about 2 or 3 weeks. So
yeah, those flex matches are kind of a pain to schedule, right?
Yeah, they can be. We'd schedule one of our flex matches outside of the allowed time as well. So I've had to do a bit of rejigging, but no, it's all good. And we've got a few. I think the next team we're scrimming actually is none other than Taco's team. So yeah,
Yeah, we let's keep some trade secrets in, but we'll be scrimming on Monday. I think we had last I checked, it was working on comps for a particular map to remain undisclosed. Because it's a map that gets banned a lot anyway, but when it gets through, we'd like to do better. So we're gonna work on some comps and see if there's anything that these guys want to improve on. But they've been pretty good about. We're kind of low in our bracket right now, and playing the top team on the other side is having them punch us in the mouth is helpful for finding our weaknesses and improving on them. So we really appreciate these guys, and we might actually return the favor at some point.
well, we've scrimmed against a lot of the East Coast teams, and the attitude and you know the sort of the effort they bring in is really appreciated as well. So probably scrim more with the East Coast teams than the West Coast teams for obvious reasons. But yeah, we've loved it. A lot of really good people on your side of the on the side of the country.
Yeah. So, and thank you. And for mentioning that. There was, I thought, one other thing before shoutouts. Shoutouts.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I think that everybody in the East Coast and the West Coast and Div E. Everyone's doing an amazing job this season, and it's been a lot of fun and a real pleasure to play against a lot of these teams, both in scrims and more formally. Just for my guys, big shout out to Sil, who played the much underappreciated tank role in those two games against Liquid Metal, and really brought it in with Johanna and kept a lot of our guys alive.
That's usually your role, right?
No, I look, I try not to tank. That's my least favorite
Oh,
role.
okay.
But I've bruised, healed, and done every other possible role in NGS so far. So I tend to flex a lot. But Seal or Elixir are generally our tanks, and Huli as well, and they all do a fantastic job. But yeah, to all of my guys on the DeepFriedMingBalls, just playing an amazing season, and yeah, love playing with you guys, and looking forward to all of our next matches.
Fantastic. All right, Hen, thank you so much for one. Thanks for watching the replay, and two, thanks for giving us some insight into the match and into the team. I'm glad I like being able to get an interview even on a replay cast. So thank you for that, and good luck with the rest of the season. And how cool would it be to meet up in the grand finals?
Oh, I'd love it, mate. But yeah, and thank you very much for picking up the uncasted games, and doing the heroes work that didn't get done during the week. It's awesome to see those replays, and I think Silver called it out in the chat. Everybody learns a lot, even when you know the outcome. Rewatching yourselves and hearing a caster with an unbiased opinion, just pointing out where you've played well or where you could improve. So yeah, it's fantastic to see the replays casted. So thank you for that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Love doing it. And the I originally planned on doing 2 today, and it quickly turned into 3. And then when I got one of the matches wrong, it became 4.